Hey everyone, do you want enemies to freeze in place just like this and make sure they can do absolutely nothing and even almost no hit the mysterious stranger? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you the ultimate freeze build to make sure your enemies stop in their tracks. And before we continue, 99% of you guys aren't subscribed, so if you haven't, please make sure to subscribe and let's get right into the video. Alright everyone, and for the build, starting off, first and foremost, you are going to want the icicles as they do flashing and fresh damage, as well as do freeze buildup on normal attacks. And for the armor, you are going to want the butterfly circlet for the helmet. And the reason why is because the bonus for it is called Barrier. And what Barrier does is perfect blocks add a barrier that reduces damage and stacks up to 3 times, but is removed when hit or out of combat. And I'll get to why I'm using this in the leggings shortly. For the chest piece, it is going to be the Weaver Spalders, specifically just for the final 3 hit in your combo to have an increased crit chance, and dashing strikes while using the icicles will do more damage. And for the leggings, here's the reason why we're using the butterfly helmet for the build. The leggings, ignoring the mage armor, have a bonus called Frosty Focus, which your fresh damage will be increased when your barrier is active, and because you're using the icicles which do fresh damage, you will do even more damage across the board. And for the trinket, it is going to be the Shivering Scale. You have a chance at getting this trinket by killing the butterflies, and what it does is melee charge attacks cause foes to chill and freeze, which works perfectly with the icicles, as in this video, I'm going to be doing a mix of target attacks as well as normal attacks. And as you see from the stats, we have 55.38 attack power, which it's all right, as well as the fact we have a 26% crit chance, as well as a 200% crit modifier, or just a 2 times crit modifier. And for the mutations we're going to be using for this build, obviously it is going to be Assassin to get bonus crit hits with daggers and sickles. For the next mutation, it is going to be Ambusher to deal even more damage to creatures who are unaware of us or just ambush attacks. Parry Master to obviously gain stamina back on parry, and Cardio Fan to get stamina back quicker. So anyways, enough of me yapping, let's get on to the video. All right everybody, so coming up on the Praying Mantis, and I'm actually going to purposely have it aggro on me, and better yet, I'm going to have my buggy stay here. Now I unfortunately do get hit here, but with this charge attack, as you can see, I'm doing so much damage to the Mantis, and as you can see, the Mantis is dead already. Now, granted, the Mantis is weak to fresh and slashing, which are the 2 damage types of the icicles. So I am going to fight a wolf spider now, so I will be right back. All right, everyone. So before we get to the first wolf spider, I'm actually going to deal with this ladybug right here. And as you can see, the ladybug is almost frozen and she's dead. Just like that, the ladybug just got absolutely obliterated. And there's also a praying mantis right here. So I'm going to get the praying mantis's aggro, and the praying mantis is a little bit bugged. So, and as you can see, like, I am absolutely obliterating this praying mantis right now. Like, it couldn't do anything. It just got absolutely obliterated. There was nothing that praying mantis could have done. All right, everybody, and for the first wolf spider of this video, I am going to actually just try to face tank it. I'm not going to try and do an ambush attack on it. So as you can see, and it already fell down here, completely obliterating everything, but I'm going to try to actually freeze it as much as I can. And look at that, the wolf spider's frozen, just like that. The wolf spider was frozen. It wasn't frozen for an entirely long time, but it was still, in fact, frozen. And just like that, the wolf spider is dead. Not that hard of a fight at all. And one thing I do gotta say about this build is, unfortunately, you do have to play a little bit aggressive in order to get creatures to freeze, but that is completely all right. And better yet, I'm gonna do it on this orb weaver down here. And just like that, the orb weaver's almost frozen. I will say it's a little bit hard to actually get the freeze proc, but better yet, here's a ladybug here, and I'm actually going to just fight it normally. I'm going to take a little bit of damage, and the ladybug's dead just like that. All right, everybody, and for the final boss I am going to do it on, or the final enemy, it is going to be the cockroach queen. So I'm going to try to start off this fight with a charge attack. Now, unfortunately, I don't get the ambush in, but the thing you want to do the most with this build is play as aggressively as possible. And as you can see, she's stunned. She's currently frozen right now, and I'm going to get a crit hit on her. This is the main play style you are going to want to do with the build. And right here, I completely airball the charged attack again, but I'm going to do another charge attack and she is done for. And I'm going to do another charge attack for her second phase to try and freeze her. She's already really slow, and as you can see, she is now done. She is dead. So yeah, that was a pretty easy fight. And I'm actually going to do it on another cockroach queen that's actually more out in the open, so you can see how the freezing effect actually works. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, and now that we are in a more open area to where I can actually fight another cockroach queen, I will now show you all how good the freeze can actually be. So I'm actually going to take out her cockroach nymphs first, because of the fact the cockroach nymphs are incredibly annoying, and they will assist her out in the fight, and she just decided to de-aggro for some odd reason. And overall, the cockroach queen it's a pretty fun boss. She just did the same attack twice, and for some odd reason decided to de-aggro. So I'm going to be right in front of her, and she's going to do absolutely nothing. And you can already see the freeze effect already piling on top of her. And I did get the freeze there, but unfortunately, it did break off of her. So I'm going to try to reapply it. And as you can see, she's frozen just like that. So I can just go in for a charged attack. And right here, if I had enough stamina, I could put her in her second phase. And because she's in her second phase, and I can already start to build a bunch of freeze on her, she's going to die just like that. And I almost froze her like right before she died as well, which is the crazy part. And as you can see, I almost forgot to mention this, is that you see the mint crystal that's actually flying by my head. That is actually the Perrier barrier putting in its work, to where I can actually take a hit and also deal more fresh damage in the process, which is the reason why I'm using the butterfly armor, or at least the helmet and the leggings, even though it is considered mage armor. All right, so I'm actually doing something a little bit different for the last part of this video. This was actually a clip I recorded with this build, and I'm going to say this right now: if there is an enemy you should use this build on, it is going to be the final boss currently, or the masked stranger. And yeah, let's get right into the fight. And as you can see, starting off with the fight, I already have 2 crystals on the Perrier barrier, and she's just getting absolutely melted, and she already got frozen, and she's already phase transitioned just like that. Within like the first 10 seconds of the fight, I already phase transitioned her to her second phase. And as you can see, I have the max amount of fresh damage I could stack up on Perrier barrier. Now, I would like to say the reason why I'm playing incredibly defensive is because of the fact I was trying to no-hit her. So, as you can see, she got frozen again, to where I could just spam another heavy attack. And another reason why this build works so well against the masked stranger is because she is actually weak to fresh damage and neutral to slashing damage, meaning she's not resistant to slashing damage, nor is she weak to it. But as you can see, she's already in her last phase with the wolf spider. And unfortunately, this is where I say it is almost hitless, because I kid you not, literally the first attack Bandit does here, I get hit. Okay, I mess up, and as you can see, this is the pause of shame. I was so mad right here that I almost did her hitless just for this to happen, but it is what it is. And yeah, that was pretty much the entire build video. So If y'all enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe as it'll help me out a ton. And better yet, if you have a build that you want me to check out, please make sure to leave it in the comments down below. I'll try to make sure to get back to you, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.